So who else has not been giving Nintendo a free pass lately?
Someone named Angry Joe. I haven't watched him until this week.
And this was all over Polygon, GameSpot,
Yeah.
Kotaku. This was like almost, I guess, quote-unquote mainstream gaming news.
YouTubers don't generally tend to be on my radar. But yeah, this guy, I watched both of his videos. His original rant against Nintendo and his current rant against Nintendo. Here's where I stand on this.
Well, first of all, what did Joe say in this video?
Well, let's focus on what actually happened first. Angry Joe,
who's been doing YouTube videos now for probably 6 years.
Yeah.
He started with that guy with the glasses, broke off, was on Blistered Thumbs, ran Blistered Thumbs, and has, I guess, a couple million YouTube subscribers. He does reviews.
2 mil.
He does his angry reviews, which I think come out still almost once a week.
That's edgy. That's edgy, by the way. Another angry reviewer. That's pretty edgy.
That's how he's marketed.
Yeah. Anyways, so he did a Let's Play of Mario Party 10. And it got flagged for Nintendo for copyright.
Once he put it on YouTube.
Yep. Nintendo didn't pull it down. He pulled it down because he couldn't fucking monetize it. The poor baby. I'm going to come out and say this now. Nintendo's YouTube practices are utter fucking bullshit.
Yes.
And I want everyone to very clearly listen to me when I say that Nintendo's online practices are fucking bullshit.
They're archaic, and yes, they're not doing themselves any favors.
However, this Angry Joe guy has been around the block a few times. He knows what to expect. He actually did a video months prior talking about how Nintendo's online policies were crap.
Yeah.
I don't like someone who feels like they need to go out and pick a fight. Because here's the thing. He's not actually surprised that Nintendo pulled this video down. It's a stunt.
Yes, it's a stunt. It is because, well, first off, yes, we know it's bullshit, and we also know that it's with Nintendo's legal right to claim these for copyright. And
right.
even Joe would probably admit it is within Nintendo's right.
He did, and on that level, I agree with Joe. Like I said, it is bullshit. It is what Nintendo's doing is bullshit. I just think the way he went about it is fucking crap.
Well, yeah. Joe's not dumb. He knows the exposure he got from his face plastered all over these major gaming news sites is worth more than any revenue he could have got from by the way, I mean,
yet he's whining about Nintendo and saying thank me for the exposure I gave you.
Well, yeah. At this point, it's like I don't think him playing or not playing Mario Party 10 is gonna result in that many more buys.
No,
either way,
he thinks so, but it's not.
But either way, he knew that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Obviously, he knew. He's not stupid.
That's my big
He spoke
problem.
about it before. And I was going to say, any ad revenue he would have made, this trumps the exposure he's getting from this video. Is worth more than the hundreds of dollars he would have got from doing the Let's Play video up there. And by the way, he can still have the video. When a video is claimed, that's not a copyright strike. You can still have the video viewable. You're just not making any money off it.
Right. He could have left that up. And his thing that he kept whining about, there's a couple of things he kept whining about. One of them was that, Nintendo wants people to pay for the shared experience. It's like, dude, you don't cover Nintendo stuff that frequently. Your fucking Wii U was bought for you by fans, even though you said in your second video that it wasn't. You said you bought it.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah. He said he bought it, but in his first video, he said his fans bought it for him.
Okay.
So he's lying somewhere in there.
Well, okay. So if he's being disingenuous about that for any reason, then... Okay. So what he's saying, then, is that I cannot... Well, first of all, I think it's strange to justify the fact that this... I did watch the video, and one of his biggest problems in the video was that he claimed that he spent, whether or not... Let's say he did buy the Wii U for himself. Let's just say that for this argument. For the sake of argument, he bought his Wii U. He bought the games. He said he spent about $900 on Nintendo products, which would be the Wii U, buying a few games,
How do you spend... No.
Buying four Wiimotes, buying four Wiimotes, and I guess the nunchucks, which I guess if you're spending more than $15 for a Wiimote and nunchuck at this point, I don't know where you're getting it from.
If you bought a bundle, you spent $300 on it. plus another $200 on controllers, which is what he claimed. That's $500, not $900.
The point is this.
Whatever.
The point is this. When you buy a game system, when you buy games, at least in theory, your primary reason for spending that money is for entertainment. Your secondary reason, if you're a YouTuber, yes, you can make money off YouTube videos. That should be secondary. It is part of your business, but like we said before, it's not like Joe didn't know this was going to happen.
No, he knew exactly what would happen.
Even if he spent money, if he spent $900 on his Wii U, on the games, on the Wiimotes, even if he still spent the $900, his argument is still utter bullshit at that point.
Yes.
It still is. So this is what I'm going to say, is that he picked the fight. Yes, he's gotten exposure for it. Yes, that was smart, but just be honest about it, though. That's my only real concern is you want to try to market yourself to get attention. I don't have a problem trying to get attention. Just be honest about what you're doing.
This goes back to a previous conversation we have. Just be fucking honest about what you're doing, and that's fine. But don't be disingenuous to your fans, and don't fucking lie. My other big problem with it is at the end of the last half of that video is him crying and complaining about how Nintendo fanboys are going to give Nintendo a free pass. You know what you did? You insulted every single one of your viewers who is a Nintendo fan. Because, I gotta tell you, I'm a Nintendo fan, and I'm not going to speak for Pat, but I think Pat's a Nintendo fan. And you know what? We've taken Nintendo to task. We've taken EA to task, just like you said. We've taken Ubisoft to task. We've taken every fucking company to task.
Yeah.
So shove it up your ass.
Yeah, we have not. The only thing I defended, we've defended Nintendo's legal right to do this, and it is their right to do it. It's still shitty. We're not saying it's not shitty. We're not saying that they shouldn't update with the times. It's Nintendo, probably Japan culture, that doesn't realize or doesn't know what's going on. We've talked about their culture before about being rigid and being slow to move.
Well, I just made too many games really uncomfortable.
What? Which games you made uncomfortable?
I just made too many games really uncomfortable.
Oh, you mean the event?
Yeah.
Is Joe going to be there?
I thought he was on the list.
Oh, okay. So that aside, our appearances at too many games in late June, if we're still going to be invited to any events, if I'm still going to be invited to Camarava, which I think Joe attends. Yeah, just be honest about it. And at the end of the day, I don't want to bring this up, but it's not like even if he spent $800, again, argument that he did, we're not arguing whether or not he bought this stuff himself. If he spent $800, I know enough about YouTube revenue to know that Joe is probably making easily 6 figures a year doing YouTube stuff. Easily. We're not talking. I'm not even gonna bring up brand deals that he could be. The brand deals are sometimes worth $20,000, $25,000 for a single brand deal to play a single shitty mobile game or game. I'm not even gonna bring that up. I'm just talking about YouTube revenue alone, 6 figures.
So hold on, bro. I'm not angry. Let me just state this. If he's gonna, I mean, here's the thing. Even though Nintendo's fucking things are ass backwards, if he just sucked it up and covered Nintendo games more frequently, he would gain more followers who would watch, and he would gain more money from other ad revenue on his channel.
Well, there's always the option. There are guys like Pro Jared do cover Nintendo stuff more, and I think being that they have a relationship built up with Nintendo, they have an in that I think would allow them. The wheels are already oiled that they can.
Oh, you
get
mean
these
being
deals.
nice to people gets you nice things sometimes?
Potentially, I'm not going to go that far, but I'm saying there are ways around this that until we can complain all we want about Nintendo, but until they change their ways, this is the reality you have to face. And I'm not sure.
And you knew that.
And I'm not sure. You can say, hell, if next week Nintendo says, "Oh, because of Angry Joe, we changed our policies," well, then Angry Joe was right to taking this approach. I just don't see it happening personally. Yeah. I don't see a big change happening like this because Nintendo's not hard up for the exposure.
No, and that's the thing. That's the thing. I'm just gonna make a fucking.
If you're an Angry Joe fan or new to the podcast, Ian likes to use the phrase "that's the thing" a lot.
That's the thing. I forgot what I was gonna say now because we sidetracked ourselves with that's the thing. It doesn't matter.
I mean, there's not much more you can say about it. I mean, I applaud the fact that Joe's gotten a ton of attention doing this, but again, he knew this was going to happen. Don't be shocked and awed that if it happened before Nintendo and you knew this was their policy, that it happened again. Yeah, that's all.
My last words would be, congratulations, your publicity stunt worked, and it got you a lot of attention. Now go back to fucking playing games and stop pretending like you're so surprised that Nintendo actually laid a copyright claim on you. Go back to doing what you're doing. You're done.
Well, this is going to be awkward if I see Joe again at a convention this year.
Yeah, I'm probably...